All right, well, welcome to our bold and beachy summer session. I'm Latrice, and I'm excited for us to chat a little bit about all things summer makeup. Okay, and so maybe you are, you see, I'm here in the tank top because it's hot where I live, and it may be hot where you are. It may just be pleasant, but either way, we are in the summer season where things start getting a little bit more oily. Sometimes we're looking for a new look for upcoming events. We want something bright. We want something summery. Maybe you've had the dark, deep colors in your makeup bag, and now it's time to switch them out. So we're going to talk about, I got 7 tips for you on how to have a nice summery look. But first thing we're going to do is I'm going to show you a video that kind of incorporates what we're going to talk about. And it also shows you a look on somebody else. And then I'm going to show you a variation of that on me. Okay, so this is actually, if you're someone who goes to YouTube, this is on Mary Kay's YouTube page, youtube.com/Mary Kay. And this is all about summertime makeup. So let's check it out.
Color goes a long way when you need a quick pick-me-up. Here's how to achieve this swipe and delight makeup artist look in just a few simple steps. Start with a flawless face. CC cream, concealer, and silky setting powder to set and mattify your skin with natural-looking color correction. Leave the brows understated with a few swipes of precision brow liner and clear brow styling gel to shape and set brows. Eyeshadow doesn't have to be complicated. I'm adding hazelnut to warm my crease and crystalline on my brow bone for that extra pop. Next, brown eyeliner just on the top to complement the eyeshadow. Add a light coat of mascara to finish the eyes for an effortless look. Now, let's add some dimension to the face. Contour, blush, and highlighter. Your independent beauty consultant can help pick the perfect natural looking shades that complement your skin tone. Now, let's add some fun to this look with color. I'm defining my lips with waterproof lip liner in red and filling in with Poppy Please. Topping with a shimmery gloss gives the ultimate shine and summery finish. I'm obsessed. Want the same look? Contact your independent beauty consultant to shop these products and more.
All right, so got some tips from that. Nice and simple, right? The look doesn't have to take all day, doesn't have to be a lot. But the first thing she talked about was having the right foundation and a bright foundation. And so she focused a little bit on the CC cream, which is great in the summer. It's like a tinted moisturizer, has your SPF 15. You guys, sunscreen is so important all the time. And to double it up, pair it with the foundation primer. So you're getting some SPF 15 in your primer and then your CC cream. Now, for me personally, I do love to use my Time Wise foundation, which I just had. This is, oh, here it is. I have a lot of things going on in my desk. Okay, so I've got my 3D foundation, pair it with some primer, and it's a light foundation. It's giving you a little bit more coverage. And why I like this one is that it is designed for combination to oily skin. So in the summer, if you're feeling like you're having some breakthrough shine, using a foundation that's going to matte the skin is key. I'm using my liquid foundation brush. And so again, I'm just going to put some of this on my face, even though I have some foundation already on. Like just putting a little bit more on is not going to make me look cakey or anything, but also it's just going to blend in nicely into the skin. And I want a matte finish to keep the shine free. Now, something I shared in one of our sessions we had about literally keeping the skin and dealing with like the summer is using finishing spray. Okay, finishing spray would be great to use right after your primer and before foundation if you are someone that is more oily. Okay, so I'm going to use this today at the end as a setting spray, but it also works well to matte the skin even as you are prepping the skin like with a foundation. And remember, foundation is really the last step of skincare after you cleanse and moisturize, because our makeup can never be a 10 if our skincare is a 2. So that is why we really want to focus on skincare first, and then this just accentuates and adds on, because we don't need makeup to be beautiful. It just adds on. All right. So that's tip 1, is a bright foundation. And if you need to get your summer match with your beauty consultant, check in with her, or you can go to her website, and there's actually a quiz that you can answer about 4 questions, and it's going to give you a couple of foundation shades to choose from and to get your summer match, because sometimes we need a different color in the summer months than the winter. All right, so if you haven't gotten your summer match, definitely check in with her on that. Okay, so the next step is waterproof products. Now, using a waterproof mascara, we talked about this on one of our previous sessions. Waterproof mascara, waterproof eyeliners make all the difference. But I'm going to show you a little look as well. I put together a palette for the summer. It was fun to just kind of update my palette. This one I had before was kind of during the cooler months, and now it's time to get summery. Isn't this a nice little summer palette? Okay, and so I have here Biscotti, okay, is my light color. It's going to be my highlighter color. Then I have, for me, this is Cinnabar. Now, you saw in the video, she had hazelnut. That's also a nice color. If you're a little lighter, hazelnut looks good on beige skin tones as well. Beige ivory can use hazelnut, but I'm a little deeper, so that's why I'm going with Cinnabar, okay? And then my pop color is going to be Shiny Penny. Another good color for the summer is Gold Status. Gold Status looks really nice on almost everybody. It's a very universal, like pretty gold that's nice and shimmery. Burnished Bronze is also a nice color that can look good on if you have like more of a warm undertone. So I'm going to be doing this for my eyes. And then I have Golden Copper for my cheeks, and new and so excited that this is finally here are our bronzers. Okay. And this is in Deep Glow. So I'm going to show this look today. So I'm going to kind of take what she did in that video and adjust it for me. All right. So the key with all of this is brushes. And brushes are your best friend, you guys. Brushes will help make this that can feel like this is so complicated and make it so much simpler. All right. And then I always love that Mary Kay brushes tell you what they do. So this is going to be our all over eyeshadow brush. And then this one with this like little slant, this is going to be your eye crease brush. Let me get it in the right language. Eye crease. All right. And then this smudger brush here, that's going to be your smudger brush, eye smudger. This has clearly been a well-loved brush. Okay, so that is what we're going to be doing today. I'm going to do it pretty quickly because the key is I'm going from left to right. I like to go lightest to, and I have my matte colors here, and then it's pop color, the shimmer. All right, so that's going to go on the lid. All right, so I'm going to use my all-over eyeshadow brush, and I have a nice little mirror built into this, and I'm just going to put a little of this underneath my eyebrow. Now, I did do brows earlier. You saw the tip that she shared in the video. You don't have to do too much with the brows. You can use our brow definer pencil. All right, but I'm going to start with a little bit color here to highlight the brow area, right? And now I'm going to switch to that crease brush, that nice little angular brush, and I'm going to get this Cinnabar here, and I'm going to literally kind of work this into that little socket area, this like indenture, if you will, and this is going to create a crease, and it's going to create definition. It's almost like contouring the eye, all right? And this is going to be my Cinnabar, all right? So again, nice little, I want a nice summery look. It's time to look sun-kissed. You're supposed to look like you went on vacation, even if you haven't yet. That's what the look we're going to create today. So I'm doing a more like this has some pop to it, but then in my lip, it's going to be my real pop color. Okay. So you want to decide which feature are you going to do as your pop, your eyes or your lips. It's easy. It's better to pick one than to try to do both because then people don't know where to look. Okay. So I'm going to finish with this shiny penny on my lid. Look at that. That is such a nice golden bronze color. All right. And this is going to go on my lid. And I'm going to do that for both eyes using my smudger brush. I like the smudger brush because it picks up the color, and I think it makes it more potent as it stamps it onto the eye. All right. And then you can always, if you're like, oh, I want a little bit more, put a little bit more. Work it in. Don't be scared. Okay. And I'm going up to sort of like where that crease color is. All right. So already you can see it's giving summer. Okay. But the key for me is eyeliner eyeliner is everything. Eyeliner brings it together. And back to that tip about waterproof, I'm using our waterproof eyeliner pen, okay? And don't let a pen scare you. Okay, it's got this nice felt tip applicator. And what I like to do is I start in the center and just do like little strokes until it forms a line. I'm not trying to go in one perfect line, but I'm going to go from the center into the inner corner just to start. And then I'm going to go back from the center and go outward. And eyeliner is one of those things, you guys, where practice makes permanent. Okay. So at first, is it going to be like, it may get all over the place, but that is where eye makeup remover is your friend. Okay. Because you can just go ahead and remove that. Now, again, she mentioned in the video, you can just put it on the top for the summer, just a nice little vibe. And she had brown eyeliner on, but I wanted to do black personally because brown won't show up on me. Okay. So I'm doing a little bit deeper with the black and I'm using the waterproof pen. Now, if you do line the top, of course you could line the bottom, but if you line the bottom, you have to line the top. Otherwise, it makes your eyes look tired and heavy. All right. I'm going to finish with our, this is our Great Heights mascara. This is a water resistant mascara. And if you really do need waterproof, you could put a little bit of our waterproof mascara like on the tips just to kind of set it. Okay. But I love the Great Heights mascara. It's going to give you mega volume and length, well, mega length more so, but it also kind of volumizes. And you can also pair it with another one of your mascaras, whether it's waterproof, Panorama, it's up to you. All right, so already the eyes are looking like they're ready to go have some fun. All right, we're ready to, when you take those sunglasses off, someone's gonna be like, wow, those eyes are popping. Okay. Now let's move on to I'm gonna do my lip actually first, and then I'm gonna finish with like cheek and everything. So I'm ready to do a pop lip. And so I'm gonna take what I have on off, all right, using our oil-free eye makeup remover. I love this makeup remover. I also think I wanted to show you how powerful this makeup remover is. It just takes it all off. Of course, you would want to use this for your eye makeup. And it just feels like hydrating at the same time, if that makes sense. I love makeup remover. Look at that. It just got all that lipstick, matte lipstick off. Okay. And so now I'm going to take a little spin of what she said in that video and you do like a popping red lip. All right. I'm going to start with red lip liner. All right. And I'm going to use our Rockstar Red Supreme Hydrating Lipstick as my pop color. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and line the lip, line it, and then you can fill it in and purse it together. Like this almost can become like a lipstick in itself, just the liner. And you could do a little lip gloss on top of it. Like if you really just wanted something simple, you could do the lip liner, your lip liner of choice. And then this is iconic red lip gloss. I could just do this by itself, but I want to do a little bit extra today. So I'm going to do, what did I just do in my lipstick? Oh my goodness. Oh, here we go. So this is our Supreme Hydrating Lipstick in Rockstar Red. Ooh, okay. Creamy, hydrating. But the liner is going to give it more staying power. That's why it's really important to use a lip liner as well. And then feeling good, got vitamins in it. And then I could take a little bit of Iconic Red, just kind of put it in the center. Pop, pop and lip. All right. So that is a nice option as well, just to have that zhuzh. If you're not into gloss, don't put the lip gloss on. Just do a lipstick and a lip liner. If you really want like a matte lip, you could literally just do the lip liner and maybe just a touch of lip balm or something on it just to have a little bit more hydration. There's a lot of variety here. All right, so to finish up the look, we're going to go ahead and go back to this palette here, and I'm going to grab my cheek color brush. All right, cheek color brush, which I had just a moment ago. Yeah, I brought like all my brushes here. So let's see if I had it. I know it's right in front of me. Oh, there. No. Yeah, there it is. I had pulled it out and forgot. Okay, so this is our cheek color brush. And what I like about this brush, I have this little visual I want to show you guys. Because basically what's cool about the brushes is this cheek brush specifically does three things at once. All right. You can use it for your highlighter, you can use it as a blush, and you can use it as a contour. Okay. So if you're using it for highlight, you want to use the top part of the brush, the cheek part, cheek color goes in the center, and then the contour goes on that lower half. All right. And so, literally what sometimes people have done is if they have a certain palette where they can put like the contour at the bottom and then the cheek color in the middle, like they literally just kind of press it into the palette and just kind of get all of it in one. But I'm going to just show it to you here. I'm going to do a little cheek color first. So my rule of my little tip I always share for people who always are afraid of clown cheeks, you want to put two fingers on either side of your nose and think of it like the no-fly zone. All right, no cheek color there. Okay, no fly zone. All right, so I'm gonna again grab from the center part and I'm gonna grab my golden copper cheek color here. If and it did mention for blushes, a nice summery blush is like a peach or a coral. So for my skin tone, that's why the golden copper works. Okay, I'm totally forgetting to share all the tips. So tip number 3 was a vibrant eyeshadow. I mentioned about using fun shades like a gold coral to make your eyes pop. That's why I wanted to pick that shiny penny or gold status. Bold lip color says go for a statement lipstick and punchy colors like coral, hot pink, or red to enhance your look. So I knew red would be the one color that would look better on my skin tone. So if you're more like, I love pinks, I love corals, then you can again check with your consultant or use our Mirror Me app to play with it. That's a free app you can download and literally play with it. It puts the colors on you so you can kind of like try before you buy. And it's a nice way to kind of create a new look. We're going to talk a little bit about setting spray, and now we're into the dewy skin finish. Okay, so that's where this highlighter, the bronzer, and then the fresh blush, the summery shade. So I grab some of my golden copper. So remember, I'm not putting it here. So I'm going to just kind of start it here in this little area and just work that in. All right, a little bit of my golden copper. This gives me, again, like I'm looking a little sun-kissed, all right, versus this side, which, it doesn't look bad, but it just gives it a little bit of pop. So you kind of want to smile to find the apples of your cheeks, and you can put the color there. All right. And now we've got this bronzer as well. Okay. Which I'm going to kind of use like in like a highlighter. Now I usually have my contour, which I did forget to bring, but my contour color would go like right here underneath the cheek color. A little tip is this little pointy part of your ear, take a brush and kind of go downward. And that's where a contour color would go underneath a cheek color. All right. But I'm going to do a little bit of bronzer today. And so this bronzer is the Deep Glow for me. And so I'm just gonna kind of like do a little bit. Oh, that is a punch of color. Woo. Okay, you don't need a lot of the bronzer. All right, so I'm just gonna put it in this now. I should have used again the top part of this. All right, and I'm gonna put a little bit of it down the bridge of my nose as well. And this little Cupid's bow. All right. And then I'm going to put a little bit here as well on my clavicle. Okay. So that gives again, like, ooh, she just went somewhere and she's gotten a nice little summer kissed look. Okay. Without really having to do that. Even though I go for walks and I feel like I'm getting a tan just from walking every day. All right, right now, even though I use my sunscreen. So just a little kiss of color. All right. And this is deep glow, but if you're more ivory or beige skin tone, you would wear medium glow. And then I did bring a highlighter with me as well. This is our highlighter, which is a universal highlighter. Again, you could do this if you wanted to put a little like zhuzh. I know I did a bronzer, but I could do a little highlighter down here. Okay. And just like finish it. I could put a little bit kind of above where I put the bronzer. All right. Now, sometimes people will use bronzer kind of like that 3. I don't like to do that for me at my age, okay? Being over 40, I feel like bronzer is better in certain areas, okay? You can contour and bronze. That is a little tip when you're more seasoned, okay? Because you'll see videos where they're doing bronzer all over, and that is not necessarily doesn't work for every decade. Okay, so I realized that it looks better for me to do it in like certain sections and it can be more pronounced. Okay, so that's the look. Super quick, nice and easy summary. So let's recap those 7 tips for a bold, beach ready summer makeup. Number 1 is using a bright foundation. You can use a CC cream, use your matte foundation. Okay, number 2 is waterproof products like a mascara and eyeliner. Number 3 is your vibrant eyeshadow. Okay, get those pops of colors, the corals, the pinks, turquoise, coral, or gold. Bold lip color, hot pink, red, coral. Now, highlighter for those that sun-kissed glow, and then setting spray. We're going to finish the look, okay, with some setting spray, and then a fresh blush, like a peach or coral, or in my case, a golden copper, sets it off. And they'll last all day, especially with the setting spray, because this gives you 16 hours of wear. So as we shared these things, hopefully you're taking notes. You can make a list or notes of your favorites. Again, I would recommend downloading the free Mary Kay Mirror Me app on your Android or your iPhone device and play with some colors. Try it out for your skin tone, for what you're looking for. There's makeup looks put together by a makeup artist. You could just kind of play around with it. Send a picture of it to your beauty consultant. If you're a consultant watching this, you play with it too. Create a new look for yourself and you'll be beach ready, looking fabulous, picture ready, and all good to go. So we can't wait to see you at our next session. Thanks for watching and have a great night.